First game of the series, we head on to the land of Dawn and Galaxius versus Sinag. Sinag here, not really a new name in this kinds of tournaments, but bigger. So that's one of the things that you have to consider. But right now, it's out. I'm very thankful that it's out because it doesn't have to be bland anymore.
Yeah, we at least there's a little bit of added flavor to us. But the first blood gonna be belonging to Sinag so early on, and now they will, because of that kill, they will be able to transfer onto taking this this buff that we're seeing.
And
it's gonna be stolen by Solu. Sorry,
they cannot answer that. They cannot answer that. They cannot be proactive and go to the other lane or to the other violet buff onto the map. And that is going to be no blue violet buffs for that Esmeralda.
Yeah.
And this spells trouble because mages are really dependent on that.
Specifically the Esmeralda. Now they want to go for the kill onto that Esmeralda we're talking about. They'll get it. Meaning to say that at least in the first 2 minutes of the game with this buff, Solu will have so much of a good time in the game because he doesn't really need to think about losing a buff or so in the first few minutes. What he can do right now is just to take the blue once again, the purple, their own purple, I mean, or maybe just stay here in the middle and apply pressure against his opponents. The world is his playground at this point, at least for the next 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm. And the Azurite here just trying to scale up his man, just give him a bit of swag, scare him a bit. But I don't really think Denver is scared at that point.
Yeah.
He has the extra levels. Obsidian, on the other hand, is just helping his Esmeralda get back from this slump that he has been in since the start of the game. So, as Esmeralda, you do have your early game spike, your mid game spike, and your late game spike. It's one hero that is really well rounded, if you ask me. It has his how do you say this, late game potential as well. Some of the mages don't have that, but there's another kill onto the bottom lane. As I was explaining that, so how do you get back from this? Like, how do you get your early game spike still?
You'll make sure that the next round of buffs will belong to you at least. You secure that. Nice juggle coming out from Zenki or Dade Zenki, our Claude, as he tries to stay alive. It took a lot of time. I know that it's absolute that the Claude will fall in there, but the time that they spent is really good. Now the Kufra is gonna fall in exchange for that kill. Now the carry will be able to keep himself alive as the members of Galaxius will just go out top.
You know what?
Yeah.
When you said Dead Zenki, it's like you were saying Dead Zenki, and it really happened.
Yeah, it did. It did.
it did happen. And now, Wolf, things are looking great for Sinag. They don't look like they're gonna drop this lead anytime soon. Do you just force the fights at this point?
You wait for your you wait for your ultimates now, and then unfortunately for Galaxius main, they only have this Akai ultimate, and with all of the purify in the world, I don't think that Sinag Pilipinas.
It's not gonna matter.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a problem for them. There's a turtle fight now, or at least around the turtle area. Nice Art of Fever to Blazing do it in there. Do they have enough damage now for this one? The turtle will be taken by the Esmeralda, so that's good, at least for Galaxius main. They also took out the Hylas. It's looking bad now, coming up from Sinag Pilipinas as they're trying to win this fight. There's the jump coming out from the Kufra. Follow-up is where? We don't know. Top lane, the kill on to the Uranus will not complete.
Oh, just
Obsidian will get away.
Just one more hit.
Uranus overstepped. Oh, okay, not punished.
What you have to look at there is Sinag. They really tried to get that turtle, but they didn't have the retribution in the first place.
Yep.
So it was free reign for the Esmeralda to just take it like a piece of candy and just to win it for them, win that fight for them. But the thing is, Kronos wasn't there.
Yeah. This makes me wonder because I don't understand why teams are still like going for those skills on the turtles when in fact they don't have the retribution, and almost always they lose the fight. I don't know. I've casted a lot of Mobile Legends games, and I always feel like they wouldn't get the turtle even if they started it, and a retribution player will just steal it, and it happens like 70% of the time.
It's weird, and people still do it. If they know that they have this certain amount of advantage, they would push for it. And sometimes you're just offering up to your enemy, and you just let them get back.
Exactly.
And I mean, you don't get the turtle that easily, or you don't prioritize the turtle if you don't even have the priority in the first place when you pick your spells.
No, exactly. Big shoutouts to JJ Narag, one of our viewers out there.
Yeah,
We miss you. We miss you badly. But nevertheless, there will be an attempt of push. Now, coming out from Sinag Pilipinas, it's not like it's going to be hard because they just straight up took it down. They jump in, though, with the Kufra catching two. There's the ultimate once again. The bouncing ball stops the Esmeralda from jumping away. Akai using the ultimate, but to no avail, as Denver and the rest of the members of Sinag Pilipinas will now be able to stay alive. Lily gonna be caught. Ultimate already popped, but with the glorious pathway in there to save that man, he will be alive in exchange for a kill, but obviously that's a Lilia saved in a kill onto the Uranus as well. So very well done coming out from Sinag Pilipinas as they take more than what they should have had.
And Kronos, he's just farming.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. When you leave the carry unaccounted for, you don't really pressure the team or that marksman to join the fight. You're not putting him into any danger, and that's the thing. Because Sinag is just confident that they can win every fight, even if it's 4v5.
I honestly thought that Galaxius would have had a grasp of the mid game already. After winning team fight, at least just take care of their own side of the map, the blue side of the map. But unfortunately, it wasn't the case. It's Sinag Pilipinas getting aggressive and unpunished. As I say that though, Kronos gonna be caught. The purification already out. As of the Phantom Step, but a save coming up from the Cupra. Azurite still pulls through. That's the Popol and Koopa still chasing down that carry to far too deep. Now Solu going for the backlines, pops the magic shoes. Now is safe. Zenki also runs away. No kill onto the carry, but there might be an exchange. That's Esmeralda down, even after landing a very good Stardust dance. And Popol and Koopa, where is he? I think that he's now in trouble, and indeed he was. Taken out by two members of Sinag Pilipinas. They were so anxious to get the kill on the carry that they have lost control of their own core, particularly that Esmeralda, as well as that support and cast Popol and Koopa.
Remember, we do have a savior here for the side of Galaxius. It's called Korai. And it's Avatar, the legend of Korai.
Exactly.
When the world needed him the most, he vanished.
Yes.
But right now, he is here in this fight. He can fight this. I don't think he has the items. Can we check the items for a bit? Let's see how the Claude is pairing up against this carry.
It's DHS for the Claude and end this battle on the way to another set of items now for carry, I think. Oh, there's the jump.
And they do Korai.
Korai, what a jump. Now Gross Pathway lining up perfectly well as they chase the Akai and they'll get him. Now Solo far too deep, but of course with the magic shoes in there, was able to keep himself alive. What a jump from the supports. And by the way, big shoutouts to Mr. MD Peralta, who's I think so happy about what is happening with Sinag right now.
Okay, he is. I'm really thinking that he is. But Korai here is on the other side of the team, so there's no savior here for the side of Galaxius. Sinag really trying to fight this. Korai just gonna go for that TP. Kronos doesn't really care. He has 1-0-2, but all the gold in the world. Last Insanity will be thrown out. Someone will get popped. Popol and Koopa is out of the question. And Zenki will go down. Obsidian will be the next target. Will this be a wipe before we end game number 1? I don't think it will be, but it doesn't really matter as they take game number 1. Sinag really looking strong.
We're doubting.